Good morning student. My name is Navya Taluri. In this video we will calculating the Curl Pearson's coefficient of correlation for population data. Pearson's correlation coefficient when applied to a population, it is represented by rho. Okay, by using rho we will calculate the correlation coefficient for population data and also called population correlation coefficient or population Pearson's correlation coefficient. Okay, the rho x comma y is equal to, by using rho means nothing but correlation coefficient for population data, that's why we are denoting with rho. In case of sample data we are denoting with rx comma y, so the data is population, that's why we are taking rho x comma y. Okay, rho x comma y is equal to co x comma y. Co means covariance, okay, by sigma x into sigma y. Sigma means sigma x represent the population standard deviation for x variables and sigma y represent the population deviation for y variables. Okay, next co x comma y. Co means covariance x comma y we will determine by this formula. Covariance x comma y is equal to 1 by n into summation I run 1 to n into xi into yi minus 1 by n summation xi into summation yi. So it is formula, by this formula we are calculating the covariance of the x comma y. Okay, here n is equal to sample size. Okay, here n is equal to sample size. Xi comma yi means individual sample points. Okay, individual sample points. Next, sigma x means standard deviation for x variables and sigma y means standard deviation for y variables. So we will determine standard deviation for x variable by this formula, square root of summation I runs 1 to n into xi minus mu bar. Sorry, here not mu bar, it is only mu, xi minus mu whole square by capital N. So we are taking mu. Why? It is the population, with the data is population, so it is mu is represent the population mean. Okay, n is represent the sample size. Okay, next coming to sigma y is equal to square root summation I runs to 1 to n and yi minus mu square by n. Here it is, I am writing wrong, mu bar not, it is only mu. So yi minus mu whole square by n. So mu, here mu means it is a population mean for y variables, it is population mean for y variables. Okay, okay students, by using this x variable values and y variable values we are determine the Pearson correlation coefficient value. Okay, these are x variable and these are y variables. The Pearson correlation coefficient formula for population data is covariance x comma y by sigma x into sigma y. Sigma x means standard deviation for x variable and sigma y means standard deviation for y variable. So first we want covariance x comma y. So we will determine covariance x comma y by this formula, 1 by n into summation I runs 1 to n xi into yi. So first we will determine xi into yi value. So xi into yi value, how we will determine? We will multiply x variables with y variables. Okay, so 65 into 67 gives this value, 66 into 68 gives 4488 and 67 into 66 gives 4422 and 68 into 69 gives 4692 and 69 into 72 gives 4968 and 70 into 72 gives 5040 and 71 into 69 gives 4899. So these are the values of xi into yi values. Okay, so now we want, see here in our formula we want summation x into y, so we will add these all values. We get summation xi into yi value, so we get 32864. Okay, next we will calculate sigma x into sigma y values. So next we will calculate sigma x into sigma y value. Sigma x means standard deviation for x variable. Sigma x means standard deviation for x variable. We will determine by this formula. Sigma x is equal to square root of summation I is equal to 1 into xi minus mu x whole square by n, xi minus mu x whole square by n. So xi minus mu x means population mean. It is a population mean for x variables. It is a population mean for x variables. So how we will determine mean? We will add this all values and divided with 7. So we have 7 variables. Okay, 7, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we have 7 individual points. So we have 7 individual points. That's why we will take n is equal to 7. Okay, so we will determine mu x value by taking average of the x variables. So what is the total summation xi value is 476 by 7. So 476 by 7 gives the value of mu x. So we get 68. So mu x means population mean for x variables. So mu x is equal to 68. Okay, so next we want xi minus mu x value. So we will determine xi minus mu x value. So here we will take x variables and we will calculate mu x value. It is 68. So this x variable is subtracted from this 68 value. Okay, so now we will calculate xi minus mu x value. So 65 minus 68 we got minus 3. 66 minus 68 we get minus 2 value. 67 minus 68 we get minus 1 value. 68 minus 65 0. 69 minus 68 plus 1. 70 minus 68 value plus 2, and 71 minus 68 value plus 3. So we get xi minus mu x values. Now see in this formula. So see in this formula we want xi minus mu x whole square. So we will do this values whole square. 3 into minus 3 into minus 3, 3 3s are 9, minus into minus plus. So our value is 9. 2 into 2 4, minus into minus plus. So plus 4. Minus 1 into minus 1 1. 0 into 0 0. 1 into 1 1. 2 into 2 4. 3 into 3 9. Okay, so we get the xi minus mu x whole square value, but we want summation xi minus mu x whole square. So we will add these all values. So we get 28 is our summation xi minus mu x whole square value. Okay, next we will substitute these values in this formula. So xi minus mu x whole square value is 28. Square root of 28 by n. N means sample size. So we have 7 values in x variables. Okay, so it is a sample size. So we will take 7. So square root of 28 by 7 value is root of 4. 4 is value is 2. Okay, so now we are determining sigma y value. Sigma y means it is standard deviation for y variables. Okay, so same like standard deviation for x variables procedure. Okay, so we will first we will calculate the mu for y variables. Mu y means mu y means population mean for y variables. Mu y means population mean for y variables. Okay, so first we will determine mu value. So we will take average for these y variables. So 67 plus 68 plus 66 plus 69 plus 72 plus 72 plus 69 by 7. So we got 69 is our mu value for mu y value. So mu y value is 69. We get okay. Mu y means it is the population mean for y variables. Mu y means it is the population mean for y variables. Okay, so mu y is equal to 69. So now we will calculate yi minus mu y. So y variables, we will subtract y variables from this population mean. Okay, this population mean. So 67 minus 69 minus 2 is our answer. Next, 68 minus 69 value is minus 1. 66 minus 69 value is minus 3. 69 minus 69 value 0, and 72 minus 69 value 3, and 72 minus 69 value 3, and 69 minus 69 value 0. So finally we get yi minus mu y. So here you see in this formula we want yi minus mu y whole square. So we will do this values to whole square. Okay, minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4, minus 1 into minus 1 1, 3 into 3 9, 0, and 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9, 0 into 0 0. Okay, so finally we want summation yi minus mu y whole square value. So that's why we are adding this all values. So we get summation yi minus mu y whole square by mu y whole square value. So we get 32 is our value. So square root of 32 by 7 is our sample size. N means it is the sample size. Our sample size is 7. So here 7 values are have, that's why we are taking 7. So square root of 32 by 7 value 2.1. Square root of 32 by 7 value 2.1. So finally we get standard deviation for x variables and standard deviation for y variables. And see in this formula, so covariance x comma y is equal to 1 by n. Summation xi minus yi value also we are determining here. The value is 32,864. Now we want summation xi value. Summation xi means we will add these all x variables. Okay, we will add these all x variables. So summation xi value 476. Next, summation yi. Summation yi means we will add all these y variables. So summation yi is equal to 486. So we will get this both that also. So now we will determine covariance of x comma y is equal to 1 by n. N means our sample size 7. 1 by 7 into summation xi into yi value 32,864. So 32,864 we are taking in this value minus 1 by n. 1 by n means 1 by 7 into summation x into summation y. So here summation x value 476 and here summation value 486. We will multiply these both values. Okay, 1 by 7 into 476 into 486. So finally we get this value 32,844. So covariance x comma y value is 2.85. So covariance x comma y value is 2.85. Okay, so Pearson correlation coefficient x comma y is equal to covariance x comma y by sigma x into sigma y. So covariance x comma y value is 2.85 by sigma x value is 2 and sigma y value is 2.1. So finally we get 2.85 by 4.2 is equal to 0.67. Good morning students. In this video we will calculate the Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation value for sample data. The Pearson coefficient of correlation for sample data is represented by Rxy or R. Okay, we are represented by Rx or R. And it is also called sample correlation coefficient or the sample Pearson correlation coefficient. Okay, so by this formula we will calculate the Pearson coefficient of correlation value for sample data. So Rxy is denoting Pearson's coefficient of correlation for sample data. Okay, Rx is equal to 1 by n minus 1 into summation I runs 1 to n into xi minus x bar by Sx into yi minus y bar by Sy. So here x bar means it is a sample mean for x variables, y bar means it is a sample mean for y variables. Okay, so coming to the Sx means it is a standard deviation for x variables and it is standard deviation for y variables. Okay, so this Sx we will calculate it by using this data. S means sample standard deviation, that is why we are taking n minus 1. Okay, square root of summation I runs 1 to n into xi minus x bar by n minus 1. Okay, next xy is equal to square root of summation I runs 1 to n yi minus y bar whole square by n minus 1. By using these two formulas we will determine standard deviation for x variable and standard deviation for y variable. Okay students, these are x variables and these are y variables. So it is a sample data. By using this data we will calculate the Pearson quotient correlation for sample data. Rxy is equal to 1 by n minus 1 summation I runs to 1 to n into xi minus x bar by Sx yi minus y bar by Sy. So first we will calculate standard deviation for y variables. So Sx is equal to square root of summation I runs 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square by n minus 1. So we have so in place of mu x, here see, in place of mu x we will take x bar value. Okay, in case of mu y we will take y bar value. So x bar value is also 68 and y bar value is also 69. Okay, so so in place of mu x we are taking x bar. Okay, so xi minus x bar whole square value. So summation xi minus x bar whole square, previously we are determining it is 28. So square root of 28 by n minus 1. So it is sample data, that's why we are taking n minus 1. N is our sample size is 7, so 7 minus 1. So square root of 28 by 6 value is 2.1. okay, now we will calculate the standard deviation for y variables. So the procedure is same, square root of summation I runs 1 to n yi minus y bar whole square by n minus 1. So summation yi minus y bar whole square value here. So see here yi minus y bar. So in place of mu y we are taking y bar value, in place of mu y we are taking y bar. Okay, so yi minus y bar whole square, summation yi minus y bar whole square value is 32. So square root 32, square root of 32 by n minus 1. N means our sample size is 7 minus 1. So square root of 32 by 6, our value is 2.6. So we get Sx value and Sy value. So we have xi minus x bar value also here, xi minus x bar value, and we have yi minus y bar value also, it is a yi minus y bar value. Okay, so we will substitute these values in this place and we will calculate the sample Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Okay, so come to here, Rxy is equal to 1 by n minus 1. N means our sample size. So 1 by 7 minus 1 into, so we have here xi minus x bar by Sx into yi minus y bar by Sy. So now we will calculate Rxy value. So Rxy is equal to 1 by n minus 1. So Rxy is equal to 1 by n minus 1. N means our sample size. So 7 minus 1. So now we will calculate summation xi minus x bar by Sx into yi minus y bar by Sy. So here we have already xi minus x bar values and yi minus y bar values. Okay, so we will multiply the xi minus x bar values with yi minus y bar value and we will add each values. Why we are taking summation here, we are taking summation. Okay, that's why. Okay, so first we will take xi minus x bar minus 3 into minus 2. So minus 3 into minus 2 by, here we have in formula sx into xy. So we are taking sx into here sx into sy plus minus 2 into minus 1 by sx into xy plus minus 1 into minus 3 by sx into xy plus 0 into 0 by sx into sy plus 1 into 3 by sx into xy plus 2 into 3 by sx into xy plus here 3 into 0 by sx into sy. So sx xy is having all. Okay, that's why I am taking a common. Okay, 1 by 6. So 7 minus 1 is 6. 1 by 6 into sx into xy into, so 3 ones are minus into minus plus 3 twos are 6. That's why I am taking 6. Next minus into minus plus 2 ones are 2. Okay, plus minus into minus plus 3 ones are 3 plus 0 into 0, that's why I am not taking this value, plus 1 into 3 3 plus 2 into 3 6. Okay, next rxy is equal to 1 by 6 into sxyx into 20. So 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 value is 20. Okay, so sx value previously we are finding sx is equal to 2.1. So we are taking 2.1 and sy value is 2.3. We are taking 2.3. So 1 by 6 into 2.1 into 2.3 into 20. Our value is rxy value is 0.69. Okay, so finally we get correlation coefficient for sample data. It is also called sample Pearson's correlation coefficient value. Okay, it is 0.69. So it is a positive correlation value. Okay na. Next ఈ పాయింట్ ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. సో rxy ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఇక్కడ 1 by n minus 1 ఉంది కదా, n అంటే 7 అని తీసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట. సో మన శాంపిల్ సైజ్ 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 ఉన్నాయి కదా, అందుకనే 7 అని తీసుకున్నాం. సో 7 minus 1 ఇంటూ minus 3 into minus 3 అని ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నాం, xi minus x bar వాల్యూ అంత, ఇక్కడ xi minus x bar వాల్యూ అంటే 3, yi minus y bar వాల్యూ అంటే -2, అందుకనే minus 3 into minus 2 తీసుకున్నాను. సో sx yx వాల్యూస్ నేను ఎందుకు సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయలేదంటే, సో కొంచెం క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది, వీటిని కామన్ తీసేసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. అందుకనే sx xy వాల్యూస్ నేను కామన్గా తీసుకుందామని వీటికి వాల్యూస్ అనేవి సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయలేదు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకేంటి, మనకు సమ్మేషన్ కాబట్టి ఈచ్ ఇవి xi మైనస్ ఎక్స్ బార్ వాల్యూస్ని yi మైనస్ y బార్ వాల్యూస్తో మల్టిప్లై చేసి యాడ్ చేసేయాలన్నమాట. అందుకని ఇక్కడ ప్లస్ అనేది నేను తీసుకున్నాను. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటమ్మా, -2 into -1. సో -2 into -1 by sx xy. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి sx xy ఉంది కదా, సో ఆ వాల్యూస్ని ఇక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేశాను. సో సమ్మేషన్ కాబట్టి మళ్ళీ ప్లస్ ప్లేస్ చేశాను. సో -1 into -3 సో బై sx xy. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ ఏముందమ్మా, 0 into 0 by sx xy. సో ప్లస్ 1 into 3 by sx xy ప్లస్ 2 into 3 by sx xy ప్లస్ 3 into 0 sx xy. ఓకే, సో నేను ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేశాను, sx xyని కామన్ తీసుకున్నాను. ఓకేనా, సో 1/7 minus 1 ఎంత, 1/6 into sx into xy. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటమ్మా, -3 into -2 మైనస్ ఇంటూ మైనస్ ప్లస్ 3 2s are 6 ప్లస్ మైనస్ ఇంటూ మైనస్ ప్లస్ 2 1s are 2 ప్లస్ మైనస్ ఇంటూ మైనస్ ప్లస్ 3 1s are 3. నెక్స్ట్ ప్లస్ 0 into 0 0, ఈ వాల్యూ అంతా 0, సో అందుకనే నేను తీసుకోవాలి. నెక్స్ట్ 3 into 1 3 ప్లస్ 3 2s are 6 ప్లస్ 3 into 0 0 0 0 by ఎనీథింగ్ 0, సో ఈ వాల్యూ అంతా 0. సో మనం 6 + 6 12 14 కంప్లీట్గా ఈ వాల్యూ 20 అవుతుంది. సో sx వాల్యూ ఎంత ఇక్కడ 2.1 వచ్చింది కదా, sy వాల్యూ ఎంత 2.6. సో ఈ వాల్యూస్ అన్నిటిని ఇందులో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే మనకి rxy = 0.6 అన్నమాట. సో r = 1 అని వచ్చింది అనుకో, అది పర్ఫెక్ట్ పాజిటివ్ కోరిలేషన్ అన్నమాట. సో మనకి 1 కన్నా ఆ కోరిలేషన్ కోఎఫిషియంట్ వాల్యూ ఎంత వచ్చింది 0.69. ఓకే, సో మనం ఈ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ అంతా చేసేసిన తర్వాత మనం కంక్లూషన్ అనేది ఇవ్వాలి. సో ఆ కంక్లూషన్ చూద్దాం. సో ఆఫ్టర్ డిటర్మైనింగ్ ద RXY or rho XY value, we will give conclusion for a problem. సో మనం RXY అండ్ rho XY వాల్యూ కనుక్కున్న తర్వాత కంపల్సరీ మనం కంక్లూషన్ ఇవ్వాలి. సో ఆర్ వాల్యూ ఎంత వచ్చిందమ్మా 0.69 వచ్చింది. సో 0.69 అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ అ పాజిటివ్ కోరిలేషన్ అనేది x, y వేరియబుల్స్ మధ్య ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అయ్యి అనమాట. సో ప్లస్ వాల్యూ కదా, సో ప్లస్ వాల్యూ వచ్చింది కాబట్టి మనకు పాజిటివ్ కోరిలేషన్ అనేది x, y వేరియబుల్స్ మీద ఉందన్నమాట. అంటే ఏంటి, ఎక్స్ వేరియబుల్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతే y వేరియబుల్ వాల్యూస్ కూడా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతున్నాయి అన్నమాట. అంటే బోత్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్ సేమ్ డైరెక్షన్. ఓకేనమ్మా. సో మనం ఇక్కడ చూడమ్మా, ఎక్స్ వేరియబుల్స్ పైనుంచి కిందకి ఏంటమ్మా ఇంక్రీజ్ అయినాయా, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. అలాగే వై వేరియబుల్స్ కూడా ఇంక్రీజ్ అయినాయి. సో ఎక్స్ వేరియబుల్స్ వై వేరియబుల్స్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయినాయి కాబట్టి మన కోరిలేషన్ కోఎఫిషియంట్ వాల్యూ పాజిటివ్ వచ్చిందన్నమాట. ఆర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు పాజిటివ్ 0.69 వాల్యూ వచ్చిందన్నమాట. సో మనం ఈ డేటా బట్టి మనకు ఆన్సర్ అనేది ఎలా వస్తుందో మనం చెప్పొచ్చమాట. సో ఎక్స్ వాల్యూస్ వై వాల్యూస్ రెండు సేమ్ డైరెక్షన్లో ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతున్నాయి కాబట్టి సో మనకి ఎప్పుడు పాజిటివ్ కోరిలేషన్ వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా స్టూడెంట్స్. సో నా ఛానల్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, లైక్ చేయండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ వాచింగ్ మై వీడియో.